Good morning, one and all, and once again, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to show you how to leverage ScyllaDB and the ScyllaDB CDC connector and push data CDC events from Scylla into Kafka. Of course, using Kafka Connect. So we are going to be doing an amazing hands-on lab, and all you need is a Docker installed on your computer. If you have Docker, let's rock and roll. All right, so now let's do the hands-on lab, right? So what we need is we need Scylla, and I have this Docker compose file which will spin up ScyllaDB. I have 3 nodes inside here for the Scylla, as you may see over here. So come to the project repository, and again you will be having this file docker compose.yml, docker compose up -- build -d. This will take a couple of seconds. Once these containers are in the running state, we'll proceed to the next step. Alright, so now these containers are up and running. As you may see on the Docker desktop, all the 3 containers are nicely up and running. Now let's exec into the container. So docker exec -it stands for terminal mode, and then the name of the image, and then cql/sh. So this basically launches a shell over here. Now I gave you the command. So first we're going to be creating a key space. My key space already exists, as you may see. Then I'm going to use that particular key space. Then I'm going to create a table called user, as you may see. Very simple user ID, name, age, and I have enabled CDC over here. So I'll just do that. Insert 3 records into that. And then at the end, I'm going to try to do a select. So here you can see I have data in my Scylla now. So now the next step is, okay, now we need to spin up our Kafka using again Docker Compose, and then we're going to use Kafka Connect and see how we can ingest the CDC events from Scylla into Kafka. All right, so now it's the Kafka part, right? So now in the directory, I have a folder called my Kafka, and here you will see all these containers that we need to spin up. Zookeeper, a broker, schema registry, Kafka Connect, etc. So all these containers, we need to spin it up, okay? One important thing that you will see is inside that I have a folder called plugins, and inside that I have a file called Scylla-cdc-plugin.jar. This jar file is important. This allows us to have those CDC events from Scylla into Kafka topics, okay? So all right. So let's do it, right? So ls, here you can see I have that file. So I'm gonna say docker compose -f up, and then I think I'll just do -d, which stands for detached. So these all containers are now running. This will take a time, so give it about 1 to 2 minutes, because these are like a lot of containers that we are spinning up, right? So here you will see my Kafka, and then here you will see all these containers are probably in the running state, but I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds and then I'm gonna resume the video. All right, so these containers are now up and running. As you may see, I have my Scylla containers over here, and then I have my entire Kafka stack spinned up over here. Now what you want to do is go to Chrome and head over to localhost 9021. Here you will see a beautiful UI over here, right? Now before we begin any steps, we need to forward our local port 9042, and I'm going to be using this command. So this allows me to use this particular domain name when working locally, right? So let's do this. So I'm simply going to open up terminal and fire this command. So this will forward all the traffic from 9042 to abc.server.net. All right, so now you are here, click on this, and then over here you will see connect. You want to click there. You want to select your cluster. Okay, that's great. And then you want to click on add connector. After that, you want to select the ScyllaDB connector, and then you want to head over to probably, let me just review the steps. I think we need to go to host. So let me just do host. Okay, you see the host, right? So we're gonna copy the host as abc.servo.net:9042. Okay, so I'll dump this one here. Okay, username, password, just leave it to default. Then you will see probably namespace. I think I'm gonna put that as, so namespace, let's see, namespace here. I'm gonna put the namespace as KS because that's the namespace that we created. And then I'm gonna head to the table name. Oops, sorry for switching. So table name over here, and then the table name is gonna be the one that we created, ks, that is the namespace dot table name. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that's done. And now let me just see if we are missing any other steps. I do not believe we are missing any steps, perhaps. So let's try this out. Hopefully, over here you will click on the next. And if there are any errors, you will see that on the top of the console over here, right? Invalid connector configuration, there is one field required that you need at your attention. Let's see which particular field is that. I believe oh yeah, the host, I think. So the host is required. I think I did enter that, but not sure why. Maybe I didn't save it. So I'm gonna probably do this. Okay, abc.server.net. Okay, and rest everything is gonna be just fine. Namespace fine, looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna try to click on this arrow and then again click next. Now, as you can see, it is now creating. So now I'm gonna wait for a couple of seconds, and once this is created, let me resume the video. All right, now it's probably asking me to review it. So I'm just gonna click on launch. This should, launch it, hopefully. Again, remember you're doing it locally, right? So it could be a little slow, but it's fine. Again, what I get to do is I get to learn all this amazing stuff, right? So yeah, it's created. Now, probably you want to head over to topics. And then the topics that you would probably see is something called user, ks.user, okay? So let's probably head over to the topics, and here you can see that ks.user, right? If I can click here, over here I can see all the partitions. If I go to messages, and if I simply click on pause over here, and then if I just do jump to offset, let's see if I can do 0 over here, and there you can see these messages are now flowing in. So if I probably expand one of them, here you can see the source attribute. If the before and the after, here you may see all the age, right, the one we had, then the name, right, and then the user ID, of course, and the operation, of course, right? So now you have successfully integrated that, meaning now anytime you make any changes, for example, let's do I don't know, like star for the user 3, and then if I insert it, this record will basically flow into that particular Kafka topic, right? So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the lab and the demo. All the materials could be found on my GitHub section. And I would also like to point out a special thanks to this particular blog post as well, where I was able to read and learn these concepts in a much better way. Again, I'll leave those references in the description section below. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to try these out. It's a fun lab. It's a fun to learn about Kafka. It's a fun to learn about ScyllaDB. Overall, it's a good learning experience. So with that being said, keep smiling, keep programming, and I'll see you in the next video.